tree. All the corn, beans, tender beans, squash, peppers, sweet potatoes, russet, Yukon potatoes, everything. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in. Look, don't hesitate. You already here. So let's grow your vibe. If you don't know, I'm your garden coach, Sai. And if you haven't followed me on social media, you can follow me. You can like, click, share, subscribe, and you will always get the notifications when I post my video. A lot of times people ask me, how am I successful with my gardening? What does it take to get the results that you get? And I let them know that you can do it. You can do everything that you want to do because you can do it. You alive, you well. Let's get to it, right? What we're not going to do is play around with time, and what we're not going to do is play around with energy. So I made all the mistakes for you so that you can understand that you too can grow your vibe just as easy or better and be able to share that experience with everyone that you know and love as well. 3 tips on how to start a successful garden or begin growing your plants in your home. Tip 1, know what you can do and what you can't do. Now, I personally didn't start just growing outside, gardening and all. No, that's not how that. Everybody journey different, but it definitely didn't start like that. I was in a rental spot, and we already know what it'd be like. You definitely, you mess it up, you break it, you buy. That's what it is, right? Or you make certain that you put it back the way that it's supposed to so that they won't know. But I'm letting you know that no matter what type of environment that you in those standards, you can get it done. So tip 1 is understanding what you can do, what you can't do. Knowing that you in an environment where you have access to quality sunlight, great temperature zones where you can grow what you want to grow. All of that's important. So make certain that you're doing your research on what it is that you can do with the space that you have. All of that matters. Tip 2, know your climate. Why do you need to know your climate? When knowing your climate, it's important that you understand how much of the quality benefits of the sunlight, access to great temperature, access to great humidity, access just to great vibes, beneficial insects, birds, all of that is necessary to understand. Why? Because it contributes to you having your best plant, your best vegetable, your best ornamental plant, whatever it is. So you have to know your climate. Knowing your climate is understanding what's the best position to have the plants that I want to grow be in so that they can be their best selves. And so when you growing your vibe, it's a whole relationship of things that is necessary to understand to get the right results that you're going for. Tip 3, plan for success. Now, when you decide what it is that you are working with in the environment that you have, you then plan to figure out what is it that I want to grow. Now, let's first break it up. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We talked about houseplants. Houseplants usually don't require a lot of sunlight enough to give them the energy that they need so that they can grow. So some of the key tips to planning for a successful experience of growing plants inside your home is having quality access to sunlight, air circulation, as well as space. Why is that needed? Because some plants need space. You have plants that grow in vine-like type of environments where they're going to continuously stretch. And what you can do, I mean, there's so much you can do that we're going to explain that in other videos. But you want to make certain that your plants are as comfortable as possible. You're planning for successful gardening outside, it's important to understand what it is you want to grow. Why? If you outside and you ready to grow, but you out here just growing anything, it kind of sets you up for anything type of result. So I recommend that you start off at least between 1 and 3 plants that you want to grow. Go get those seeds, and when you get those seeds, you utilize certain resources that help you be able to start that seed and mature it on to an adult plant or whatever you need to do. This is a seed starter kit. No, this is not an ad. This is just what some of the things that's gifted to me that I'm able to use. And sometimes they have soil, sometimes they don't. But this tray is important because when you have a packet of seeds, you need space, you need opportunity, right? This is going to give you the space and opportunity to be able to grow and do whatever it is that you want to do. You can get what's called peat pot. A peat pot is something that's material that's compostable, and that means that it breaks down in the garden. You can just plant this pot directly in the ground. So what you do is you would utilize it and put your soil of choice in it. I'm a completely organic gardener. I produce my own fertilizer. That's another video. But when you utilize the peat pot, you see it's very much so easy to break, especially when it's wet. But you put that soil in there, you put that seed in there according to the directions on your seed packet, and you make certain that it's moist enough so that it can survive. You can go to the store and get these 2-inch pots. We got these from the dollar store. Simple. And what this is allow you, yes, it's dirty because I real life use everything, real life. But this allows you to have a great starter zone for your plants to begin so they won't be so stressed out. What do I mean by stressed out? A lot of times people begin growing their plants and they start off with such huge pots like this. And the problem is that when you starting to seed, it needs just enough moisture to be able to begin the biological processes that allow for it to be its best self and have a great start. So when you want that, you want it to be nice and cozy like you in the bed. So it's a vibe. So do you like to be cold? Do you like to be drenched in water? No. Your plants don't either. So that's why it's important to put them in a small container to start off first, and then you will gradually grow to this size container when the time comes. And your plant will let you know when it's ready to do its thing. You just make certain that you are in the place so that you can provide everything that it needs. Some of the tools that is needed when you are in the process of starting a successful gardening journey are pruning shears. This has a fine tip on it. This has a wider blade on it. Why is that important? Sometimes you have small spaces where you may have to snip some things, or they might be slightly larger. You can snip them with that. It allows for you to have a clean cut and to make certain that you are getting exactly what you want to eliminate off of your plant. You need a shovel, smallest shovel, a rake, and a weeding tool. This allows for you to kind of go into the hole and do what you need to do. Whatever it is that you need to do, you can do it. Starting your plants, make certain that you're utilizing quality soil. So go to whatever local facility that you can go to go buy some quality soil. I recommend organic process, and we'll get to later on down the line what organic truly means. But you're able to start off successful plants with quality bedding. That bedding meaning soil. So make certain that you get quality soil in order to start your garden. Hopefully this information will help you avoid indecisiveness when you're wanting to start off your future projects, and by understanding one, what is your situation, analyzing your situation. 2, know your climate. And 3, plan for success. You're able to eliminate the confusion that comes along with just trying to start. So once again, it's your garden coach, Si. Thank you for tuning in.